This rather exciting package landed on my doorstep this month. Inside it is a highly anticipated product, the Brinno BCC construction time-lapse camera kit. Hi everyone, I'm Jacinta Leong. I've used Brinno time-lapse cameras for over a decade now to record the construction of movie sets. This video is not a review, it's purely an unboxing. So, let's have a look at the package. It looks very eco-friendly to me, not like those glossy, overly slick packages that cost more than the product inside. The writing on the outside is very legible and neat. The contents: time-lapse camera, the TLC300, resolution 1080p, power source and weight. There's also a waterproof housing in here and a Clampod. Okay. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. We have one box, two boxes. Let's open the larger one first. Okay, we have the Brinno T1 takeaway Clampod. And silica gel. We have an Oki strap. These are really good for tying around uneven objects like tree branches and columns, you know, something that's just too big for a clamp. And we have 4 batteries, a micro SD card and an adapter, and lens caps. Well, that must mean that the camera is inside this one here. Have I opened it upside down? Of course I have. Oh! We have a quick guide here. So, its shape is like the TLC 200 and the 200 Pro. Ah, okay, so the camera's in the housing. Very good. Saving space. Okay, let's set it up. So this is not a review, it's just an unboxing to see what the contents of the box are. Put the SD card in here. Put the batteries in as well. Open the card. Have the gold contacts points facing towards you. Close that there. Put the batteries in. When the camera is facing towards you, you put the positive end down first, going left to right, positive up second, positive down third, and positive up for the 4th one, and close it. You switch it on. I actually don't quite mind having this on switch that rotates, because it's a definite on or off, whereas the other cameras that you press, unless you see the LED blinking, you actually don't know if the camera's on. And then we can record. Okay. Recording. Okay to cancel. The camera housing, let's put that in. It says, oh, you know what I like about these cameras is this lens rotates. You can have the camera lying down and point it this way, so you can fine tune the angle that you want. Here we'll just put the lens at 90 degrees to the body, so that when we put it into the casing it won't foul. Let's put that in. This camera has an interchangeable lens. You can unscrew it. You can take the lens off, and there are at least 2 other Brinno zoom lenses available. So that's why they have this cap here to protect that side, and this one for this side. Before putting it into the case, just make sure it's at 90 degrees to the body so that it doesn't foul. It's a snug fit. And you close the latches. Make sure that the latch loop is on the outside, not on the inside. I've done that a few times, closing it in, gives me the... And then the Clampod, beautiful. Undo this to take the mount out. You can put it into the housing using a coin to tighten it. I've got a bulldog clip, also works well. This is a really versatile little Clampod. Doing this. Oh, so it's saying it has 360 degrees worth of movement. There you go, all the way around. We can stand it like this, and then you unwind the handle to open the jaws to clamp it onto a pipe or piece of timber. There's a Clampod user guide here as well, in great detail. And here are some codes here which you can scan, which will allow you to access manuals, allow you to register, and have a look at some other resources there. Now I'm going to take this out of the case. I've been a little bit excited about the TLC300. So press OK. I'm going to have a look at the menu. So you can do interval recording. Here in the interval menu, you can select the amount of time between each shot. In custom, you can choose your own strange interval. Oh, exit. Wow, this menu is so much better. It's a huge improvement on the TLC200, which has the same shape as this. But here you can actually read the menu item that's next on the screen instead of scrolling to, unless you've memorized all the other items on the menu on the TLC200, you don't know what is coming up. Here's the schedule. If I set it on, it's really cool. I could have the camera start at 6 in the morning and go until 5:30 at night. This is a great feature because you save on battery, you save on, oh wow, it's got daily schedule. You save on battery, you save on card space, and you save on your editing time as well. Just make sure that if the team is working on a Saturday, you do check that. But I'll uncheck that. Save. Wow, that's cool. And exit. And now I can scroll to the next item without having to go back to the beginning and scroll from the first item on the menu. Exposure, saturation, sharpness, focus. What's that? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Because the focus menu was somewhere else in the TLC200. I'll just exit out of that. We can deal with that later. And I'll exit. Wow, this saves a lot of headaches. Advanced exposure mode, daytime, twilight, and night. I'll just stay on daytime. Flicker filter, you've got a range of hertz there. File split, off or on daily. That's handy, because otherwise it could just keep going, and then you might have, 3 files that went over 5 days, so it's not easy to separate the files from the days. I generally play back at 30 frames per second because I believe it's smoother. LED on, that's when this light turns on and you know it's recording. Timestamp, I love putting the timestamp on. Language, oh, English, Chinese, I suppose, Asian, Dutch, French, Spanish, Italian, another Asian language. I'll choose English. Yes, it was probably the default anyway. Oh, the time. Keep scrolling. Battery type. Alkaline, nickel metal hydride, or lithium. The Toshibas were alkaline, that's why it's default there. System info, we've got the firmware version. I don't know what ASIC stands for, or micro or blur, but you can jump onto the Brinno website and update the firmware every few months, I think. Format the SD card. It's probably a good practice too. That's a new one in there. Format, yes. Reset camera. No, I've gone through all the settings. And back. Exit. Oh, advanced. Yeah, right. Did we go through? Oh yeah, all 4 pages. Good. Exit. And scroll. Oh, okay. Great. Exit. Great, and the readout here shows you how much battery you have, the size of the card, the fact that it's on, and that you've selected customized interval recording. Oh, another info page. At a glance. Oh wow, that's really handy. Next, 2 of 2 tells you the interval. Wow, this is all the settings at a glance. It's like a ready reckoner. Well, that is fantastic. That is amazing. Okay, well, that was the unboxing of the BCC300 construction bundle. Okay, I should have stopped at the unboxing, but I'm just so curious about the quality of the footage that we'll get from the TLC 300, especially in comparison to its predecessor, the TLC 200, which was 1280 by 720. This is HD, so I hope it meets expectations. This scene has a variety of good time-lapse material, including tides, meteorology, skyscrapers, traffic and boats. So we start with a spectacular sunrise, in-roll moody clouds, and at the top left-hand corner there, crepuscular rays. As the light becomes brighter, we see through the water to the sandbars, which are also being revealed as the tide goes out. The direction of the current is also obvious. This is taking an image every 30 seconds. The brightness continues as the planet turns and the sun casts the shadows of the apartment block. The tide rises, the stranded boats float again, and the sandbars disappear. It's a daytime setting for the exposure. As we lose light, the camera doesn't cope well here, but it's not meant to, because there is a twilight setting which deals better with the fading light. As twilight is a brief amount of time, just have the intervals much closer so you get a longer video that is also smoother. Now, by 7 p.m, the twilight setting is struggling with the darkness, which is why there is a night setting. It does quite a good job with daylight and dusk anyway, and it maintains fidelity at 7 p.m. and beyond when it is completely dark. Those grainy red dots are greatly reduced, and the pretty lights of the skyscrapers and boats are able to be appreciated. This night video is much smoother, as it took me a couple of goes to realise that the 10-second interval gave a smoother and more pleasing video. To summarise with a comparison, here's 5 p.m. at daytime setting, twilight setting and night setting. Also 6 p.m. at daytime setting, twilight setting and night setting. And finally 7 p.m. when it's completely dark for daytime setting, twilight setting and night setting. Here's the postscript. I missed a couple of items in the unboxing. A link to apply to the Priority Club and a link to register for free warranty extension. Also, there's a handy dandy sticker to notify passers-by that a recording is in progress. Also, note that the housing allows power to the camera through this port. Well, I hope this unboxing has been helpful. This is courtesy of Team Brinno in Taiwan, so a thank you and shout out to Gary Chow, who has been very kind to me over the years, listening to me when I send wish lists. I think he heard me. Also a big thank you to Tim Kuo for sending this kit across. You can contact Brinno via social media, email and telephone. Thanks so much everyone. Au revoir.